Aloha everyone and welcome to another edition of Coaching with Ray. Today I'm sitting here with my good friend George and I had the great opportunity to do some work with him. It was very rewarding for me because I consider him family and it was very important for me to get this work done. I'm glad we did, and I asked George if he could share a little bit about what happened today and maybe it can inspire everyone. The whole purpose of these videos is to inspire hope for everyone. So, George, take it away. Share a little bit, please.
Well, after spending a couple hours with Ray and being very uncomfortable on video, I'm just refocused. It's not like there is anything new has been told to me or taught me, but I'm totally refocused on what's important in my life. And you need to take a step back every now and then.
Yeah.
And certainly, as a facilitator of that,
Yeah.
Ray is good at that. All of a sudden, the sky is a little bluer, the grass is a little greener, and I'm happy to be alive right now.
You're happy to be alive. And that's an important statement because prior to this, you were very unhappy.
I was.
Very unhappy.
I certainly wasn't enjoying my life as it was, and now I'm, like I said, I'm refocused on making my world a better place.
Yeah.
And that's, thank you very much for that.
Well, you're welcome very much. I'd like to add, part of the reason why you came here is not because, you're unhappy and I need to talk to Ray. No, that wasn't the case. Actually, you had some real bad physical things that came about with you.
I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, and yes, doctors couldn't help me. Doctors had no idea. They could tell me what was not wrong with me.
Yeah.
Which was pretty much everything.
That means that they could find nothing physically wrong with you.
I've had spinal taps. I've had
MRIs.
Their whole battery. I've seen neurologists. I've seen everybody. I've been in the hospital. I've done everything.
This has been going on for what, a couple of months now?
2 months now.
And you were actually hospitalized?
3 days and 2 nights.
3 days and 2 nights of hospital.
Tons of steroids.
I mean, you couldn't even walk at one point.
At one point, I couldn't even walk to the refrigerator for myself.
You couldn't even walk to the refrigerator. And you're an athlete. And all of a sudden...
That's the scary part.
Yeah.
You could throw a ball at me, it would hit me right in the nose.
Yeah. And so all of a sudden, your life just came to a screeching halt. You were discombobulated and...
2 months living at home, literally having my wife, which is not an easy thing on the marriage, puts a relationship in jeopardy, to say the least.
And so obviously it took a toll on you physically, but it also took a toll on you emotionally, mentally, even financially, because you couldn't work.
Yeah, financial's the least
of the importance.
Worries.
Yeah,
believe me, you could have taken all of my money. I could have cared less.
That's right. You realized what was truly important at that time.
Indeed, it really is.
Yeah.
Eye-opening experience. Life-changing experience.
Absolutely. For the better.
I promised myself at the beginning of it was going to be for the better.
For the better. So the reason why we came together here today was because of the complexities and the mysteries surrounding your particular illness. Yeah, I put that in parentheses, that was going on with you. And my approach is very unconventional in respect to the fact that I deal with the invisible realm of our being.
Exactly.
Based on the premise that we are made of not just a body, but a mind and a spirit.
Things that other people are afraid to talk about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For whatever reasons, reasons, I have no fear treading those areas because my work and the results that I've experienced has shown me demonstrably that the mind and what we think does in fact matter.
A lot.
Yeah, and affects
more than we know.
Way more than we'll ever know. And today, my approach with George was to peer into that aspect of his being. What were the mental processes that George personally and uniquely, how he was experiencing his life and how that was affecting him emotionally. And then my premise is that is what affects the physical body.
Exactly. The mind, spirit certainly affects the physical body, and I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
You helped me bring into a focus the things that I had not. I just, for whatever reason, I didn't want to tell anyone or
Yeah.
act upon or do things or, you know, it's
Kinda
you don't talk
avoided
to the
it.
wife about.
Sure.
It's just, but
Today we got to talk about some of these
Indeed, we
things.
did.
Yeah.
all of the things.
Yeah. Some really private, really secret stuff, so to speak. That was unique to just you, George.
Yeah,
your life.
You know, not necessarily comfortable with sharing all of it with
Yeah.
any one person.
Yeah.
I have shared this with everyone,
Yeah.
you know, all of my different friends, but
Yes.
as far as sharing it with one person,
Yeah.
which is important,
Yeah.
an outlet.
And then I appreciate you giving enough trust to be able to do that with me. And I know I am a trustworthy person that you can and anyone can do this with me and bear their soul, so to speak, because my whole intention, as I told you from the very beginning, is to help you to heal, period. Nothing more, nothing less.
And if you're not going to be honest,
Yeah.
there's no sense going further.
That's
I mean?
correct.
It just isn't any purpose in it.
And it's so hard to be that way because to expose our vulnerabilities to another is something that, especially men, do not feel comfortable doing.
To other men, especially.
Yeah, to another man especially. And that's why I really appreciate, you know, what you were able to do here today. You know, not just for your own benefit, because this is ultimately to benefit
It
you.
was the benefit,
Yeah.
believe me.
But it was to help, yeah, but it was to help me help you, because without that, I can't help you in the way I know I can. And so today, I truly believe that we went a long way at healing your physical problem. What I like to do is to be able to follow up and see, because I'm going to do that anyway.
I was going to say, you have no choice.
Yeah, and to see what happens in the physical realm with you, because you couldn't walk. Even earlier, I didn't take a before video, but you did demonstrate to me your walking, and
I've been walking all over the place.
yeah, moving,
Bouncing off of walls.
no balance, yeah.
No balance, slurring my speech, still a little bit of that probably.
You saw
Certainly I can't type.
Yeah, interesting.
Or I couldn't before I came today.
Yeah, you know what? It'll be interesting. Why don't we just do this in real time? If you would, can you stand up and just try walk? We haven't even done this yet.
We'll see.
Yeah,
how
we
it
just
goes.
haven't done it. So I just want to kind of see what it looks like right now.
Hopefully.
Okay, let's see. Let's just see what that looks like. Okay, so we're going to have a before, and then we'll continue working and see what happens. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. All right. So go ahead and have a seat, please. Thank you. So before you couldn't even do that. You were very hard to walk.
Even just getting up after sitting down for a couple hours, it makes it.
But it was difficult. Okay.
Just all of a sudden standing up, it
Yeah.
takes a little bit. It's not like it used to be.
Okay. Well, what my goal is, with your cooperation, of course, and participation, we'll continue to work on this. This is just one session that we had. But I think if we continue to persist along this road, you will be able to have full and complete recovery. And that's my goal, and I know that's yours as well. So if you guys want to know what happens to George, tune back in for a future episode of Coaching with Ray. And until then, everyone, thank you for tuning in, and live your greatness. Aloha.